Brody Smith looks like he's quitting disc golf, and Cupcake is still doing his putting routine.
Before you continue, make sure you subscribe and you like this video. Also, if you want to know more about us, you can go check us out at West Coast Disc Golf. We have a lot of disc golf content over there. So yeah, it's a really cool channel. So go over there, check it out, and yeah, let's get straight into it.
So this week we're tuning into Tour Life. There's this really awkward moment where Brody Smith kind of confessed that disc golf has been feeling like a grind for him lately. So basically he doesn't know if he's going to be disc golfing in the future. The funny thing is he said he's still going to Waco, and he said that before he confessed that he's not really doing disc golf anymore. So that's really weird, and he's also still doing Tour Life, so it's not like I'm done disc golf, but maybe he's just not playing as many tournaments. We'll have to see.
Yeah, so really awkward moment there on Tour Life. People were starting to say it was like therapy session with Paul Ulibarri.
Moving on to Memorial, which just went down this weekend. Got to watch the disc golf guy for the first time this year. Always love watching Terry Miller's coverage. It's really great. And I love that he gets pros in the booth to kind of give their take on the round, and definitely love his stuff, and he does a great job.
Over in Arizona, it was looking very windy for quite a big chunk of the tournament. I think round 4 it cooled off a bit.
So this was a 4-round tournament played over 2 courses. For the first 2 rounds, we saw them play at Fountain Hills, which just really isn't a pro tour level course anymore, and the touring pros at the tournament really just tore up the course. It really was a birdie or die course. Even in the wind, there are some crazy scores, which we'll cover when we recap the rounds. Then the other course, Vista, bit harder, still definitely not a tour caliber course, but the scores were definitely lower and it was challenging, but still pretty routine shots, a lot of spike hyzers, so 2 easier courses, but still love those courses. So unfortunately, FPO coverage won't be released by the time we're recording this, so we don't get a detailed look on the FPO side of the tournament, but we still can recap scores, but won't be able to give detailed looks on their rounds. So apologize for that, but yeah, we'll try our best to give a detailed description of their rounds through scores.
So another thing worth noting, AB was putting with 169 gram putt. He didn't even realize it, but yeah, that's just a notable thing. Round 1, played at Memorial, every single shot was a spike hyzer again. Super easy course, birdie or die type course. Every hole was a spike hyzer, and we saw Aaron Gossage carry over from his hot round at chess.com, shooting -11 at Fountain, and then we saw Jordan Castro and Cupcake shooting -10, and then we saw Gannon shooting -9. Another thing, AB not shooting the best, missing quite a few step putts, and just inside the circle looking really shaky. Maybe it was just 169 gram putters, I don't know, but obviously not much momentum carrying over from chess.com, but in round 1, yeah, not shooting very well. Alright, going over to FPO, we didn't get any coverage, but we did see quite a bit of exciting action. We saw Jennifer Allen was there, Owen Scoggins was there. So Jennifer Allen at Memorial starting off with a -8, and Owen Scoggins shooting a -6, and then Violet Main shooting a -5. So not very many notable names down the leaderboard. Joe Henderson was there. So yeah, only 12 people there.
So moving on to round 2, this is really the only round with some less notable pros on the lead card. We saw Cupcake, Jacob Curtis, and Jordan Castro on the lead card, so it's definitely good to get a look at some lesser-known pros, and Jordan Castro really struggled in that round, dropping to a tie for 6th at the end of the round, starting off poor with a double bogey. He did fight back with a bunch of birdies, and no more bogeys for the rest of the round, but still dropped down to a tie for 6th. Aaron Gossage keeping up the hot round, shooting -14 with only a bogey on the first hole, and after that he only took 2 pars, the rest birdies. Anthony Barella shooting a -17 with a par on the first hole and then birdies for the rest of the holes. That is just insane. 11-13 rated round, incredible, highest rated round this year, and his game is just looking amazing, even after the first round being shaky. Definitely would predict him to be the one to shoot the hot round. This is his home course. He plays the course a lot, and he has the support of the fans. Gannon Burr shooting a -12, putting him in 3rd, and Isaac Robinson also shooting a -12, putting him 4th. So we're talking about some less notable pros being on the lead card in round 2. One of those players is Cupcake, or Jacob Curtis. And if you don't know already, he takes a long time to putt, and I mean like more than 30 seconds long.
Bruh.
And this is definitely a problem. 50 seconds is a long time for a putting routine. Aaron Gossage did speak out about it when he was commentating with Terry Miller, but nobody actually called him on that, so definitely a problem. I think it's awkward to call someone out on a time violation, but if it is something that is annoying you and messing with your round, you should call it out. Yeah, it's a problem, and he says that sometimes the disc just won't come out of his hand, and he just has to wait until it feels ready to come out of his hand, which might have to be something that changes. He also drops to a tie for 6, only shooting a -6 that round. So yeah, in round 2, we definitely saw the bigger touring pros filter to the top again. So moving over to FPO, Jennifer Allen keeping the lead, shooting a -7, moving to -15 total, and Violet Main jumping up to a tie with Owen Scoggins, shooting a -4, and Owen Scoggins shooting a -3, tied at -9, and then in 4th place, Hannah Stefanovic at -3 for the round, -5 total. So basically, Owen Scoggins, Violet Main, and Jennifer Allen are the only 3 in contention at this point, so we're already seeing major separation there, and yeah, still tight between those 3 players.
All right, round 3, we saw our first look at Vista, the MPO field making their way over there, except for Cupcake, who is still putting. So we saw, basically, we had a all touring pro lead card. We saw Anthony Brella show up again. Gannon Burr and Aaron Gossage shooting, I think, the hot rounds of the day at -7 and -8. Pretty windy there. A lot of spike hyzers coming out of all the players. Paul Ulibarri shooting a -4, working his way back up onto the lead card. And then Isaac Robinson taking a deep dive, shooting +3 and dropping down for a tie with Cupcake. So, major separation from the field. We saw like Aaron Gossage, Gannon Burr, and Anthony Brella at like -26, -29, and -32, which was major separation from like Paul Ulibarri, who was at like -20, and then Jake Brown, who's at -19. All right, over to FPO, we saw Owen Scoggins hot start at Vista, shooting a -8, taking advantage of Jennifer Allen shooting a +1, and then Violet Main shooting -1. So we had some climbing up the leaderboard for Owen Scoggins there, but yeah.
So round 4, we saw Gannon Burr and Aaron Gossage really separate themselves. Anthony Barella definitely still in it, but there was a lot of separation there, and Paul Ulibarri not really in it, but he had some really good shots. Paul Ulibarri ended up shooting a -8 with no bogeys, which was really impressive, and he did shoot really good and really clean, so definitely good round there. Drew Gibson also finding his way up the leaderboard at a tie for 6, shooting a -8, finishing at -21 for the tournament, so he made his way up there. Isaac Robinson also climbing back up, shooting a -6, finishing 5th at -23. Paul Ulibarri finishing 4th. Anthony Barella in 3rd, and the main race was between Gossage and Gannon Burr. Gossage started off with a bogey, and Gannon capitalized on a birdie, and the lead Gossage had kind of just grew smaller and smaller until Gannon Burr ended up taking a lead when Aaron Gossage took a triple bogey on 9 and then a double bogey on 11, and then he ended up with like a 5-stroke lead and then made a bunch of layups that ended up closing the lead, and he threw it OB on 17 and Gossage capitalized, and it was down to 1 stroke, and then on the last hole Gossage threw it OB and Gannon put it inbounds and took the par, and he ended up winning it. So back-to-back wins for him at Memorial. So over the FPO side, Owen Scoggins starting the round in the lead, and she kept that all the way through, shooting a lights-out -9, which is really good at Vista. And Jennifer Allen shooting a -4 to finish second at -18, and then Violet Main shooting a +2 to finish third. So basically, those three players held the top three positions for the whole tournament, so it really was just a battle between those three, but it was a tight battle. And again, sorry that we couldn't get more details on the FPO side. And our shot of the week is going to go to Anthony Barella with a beauty forehand on hole 9 at Vista. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please make sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you haven't already, make sure to go check out our other channel, West Coast Disc Golf. Got lots of cool content over on that channel. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.